I'm Chris Bober, 8-year NFL veteran and founder of the Chris Bober Lineman Academy. And welcome back to our day 4 of our 5-part run series during this Corona break that we have. And our goal is to give you some tips and tactics and drills to help you become better O-linemen every single day. So this week, to recap, we started out with using the first and second step approach to run blocking, how they're very important. We went through inside zone and we went through outside zone. Now today, I want to focus in on one single block of an outside zone scheme, and that is the backside cutoff block. This is a block that is actually very difficult to accomplish, right? It's a block that I will say made me a lot of money because I was very good at it. I was very quick, but it takes a lot of practice and it takes a lot of want to. You got to really want to get this block. So the block I'm talking about is you have the center and the front side lineman, and they're all trying to reach their gap and try to own that angle, trying to widen their guys and let the back make that read. The block I'm talking about today is when you're the backside guard or tackle and you have a tilt nose guard or a 3 technique and the ball's going way over there, but you got to cut this guy off. Now the center or the guard, they're going to get a hand on this guy, but they have to get up and go get the linebacker. So you're not going to get a lot of help with this guy. But if you can make this block, you will open up a huge cutback lane, and it's oftentimes the difference between a couple yard gain and a touchdown. If you can make this block, your high school, college, and NFL coaches will love you because not many guys can make this block. All right, so here's how this looks. If I'm the backside guard or tackle, this guy is actually going to be probably covering up the guy to the play side from me. And my job is I need to get myself to the play side of him. So I have to get from my stance all the way basically to here. I got to get my hand in his front side armpit, and you got to do it with leverage, okay? Now the reality is, as this guy takes off, this guy isn't going to be right here anymore. He's probably going to be about here. So you got to go from your spot all the way on the backside. You need to go get him there. Now this is where having the multi-step approach works. The first step is super important. The second step is very, very important to making this block. So the way you do this block is in your normal stance. You don't want to give a lot away. You want to make sure you get a good preloaded weight shift on your opposite leg. And your first step has to be flat like you're pulling. But the difference between this and a pull is you have to get your pads down, okay? Your first step is actually down here, right? You need leverage because you need to get going. Your step has to get you down the line of scrimmage, your first step, and it has to gain ground. If this step just stays in place, you'll never get to that guy, all right? Your first step has to get to here, right? And your pads are down here. Now, the most important step is when your second step goes as far as you can go, and that's a step where you're going to bring this in backside hand and you're going to drive it up through his armpit and you're going to lean on him and run with him and try to cut him off. Now, this is also the same footwork that you would do if you were cutting a guy, right? So the same footwork here is when you go to here, here, and then your third step, you're going to lay out and you're going to cut him. In this instance, we're talking about stand up, okay? Because the higher you get in level, the better these guys get. They don't get cut very often, okay? So here's the drill that you're going to do. You're going to get in your home, you're going to get your mat or your towel or whatever you have. You're going to get a good stance, get a good weight shift, and you're going to practice getting out of your stance, right? You can start in a 2-point stance, get your weight shift hands, go boom, boom, right? You are going to get going, right? You got to get your butt going because this guy is a very tough guy to cut off. Then you're going to get down your stance, you get down here, good weight shift, boom, boom, right? You have to get going. It's a very, very difficult block, but a block that if you can make, you will go far in football. So remember, get your weight shifted, get quick off the ball, get going flat, and your second step has to cross way over and bring that power. So do that drill where you're going to put a chair or a cone or something. See how fast you can get around it. Do it to the right, maybe 10 or 15 times. Do it to the left some. Practice getting better. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. Tomorrow we're going to come back. I'm going to give you kind of a itinerary to practice your foot patterns to put all this stuff together, kind of like a little game plan that you can do every single day just to get better. So thanks for tuning in. We're here to make O-line great again, and we'll see you tomorrow.